Alright, Gaster has to be the coolest and craziest Deltarune character. I want to see more Gaster, Dream, and in his game. If you're wondering where Gaster is in the trailer, Dream is. Yeah, all I can think about right now is in this game. I guess Dream is Gaster confirmed, wow. And welcome to the video that exists solely because I don't have any theory ideas. Let's go! Alright, mysterious is the best way to describe Gaster from Deltarune. He's always disappearing for no obvious reason. But, of course, a few key words and phrases give some clues. Take, for instance, the gay erotic scene with Tuma in episode 4. What's it all about? In episode 5, someone suspected Gaster was gay. To use a gay term, sussy is suspicious. A minor one might be a gay man who wears men's underwear and who seems suspiciously similar to the staff member who warned Gaster about the disappearing marketplaces. It isn't just the gay man who's dressed up as one of the colorful people in Deltarune. As soon as I saw Gaster in a pink dress with a pair of fake pink boobs, I became suspicious. I wouldn't be surprised if he was gay himself. Either way, it wouldn't be a big surprise if Gaster himself has been a sussy. Alright, Gaster has to be my favorite Deltarune character, and here's why. It took him for a ride to dream the night away with his horny dreams and a dream lover named Drakus. The second dream is with his sons, and the last scene of the dream is with his dream wife, Flo. Here is the dream with the most rocks, submitted to dreamwith.org. Advertisements. Like this, like loading. Like this, like loading. Related posts. Tags. Creepy. Dream. Drock. Droke. Drock. Alright. We all know who the mystery man is from Deltarune. It's Gaster. He is having a sussy party with the corpse of Metaton and the fluttery male Ceuses of Homestuck. That is honestly what I think is going on. Nothing that deep. So if you need me, I'll be right here sucking balls. That is what I was up to for the past 2 days. I was just listening to a band I heard on the radio for a second, and then I wrote down notes on how to play it. I thought that it had to be Gaster. The closet door was unlocked, and his suitcase was in the closet. The bathroom door was half open, and a black bottle was on the sink. He was putting his sussy balls. He was putting sussy balls in his sussy man golf balls and poking them in the trunk. Also, that guy back there, I just walked right up to him and whispered, "Excuse me? What are you putting in your golf balls?" "Oh, are you gay?" He looked me in the eyes for a moment, and then he put on his sunglasses. I could only see his eyebrows. I was surprised because he had kind of squinty eyes. "Does it matter? If you're gay, you have to answer me." He put on a frown and walked away, but not without shaking his head. I don't give a shit if you're gay or not. F you. Alright, suck my balls, you aren't gay. And the boys were never balls. Alright, so Gaster is a very important character in both Undertale and Deltarune. Though he has never truly been seen before, people still see him as a very important symbol. Why? Because, well, he's the patron of blue-haired chicks and furries of all sorts. And more specifically, the man of questionable heritage. You see, Gaster is one of the foremost geneticists in all of Festermont, and is the first to find a way to clone a living person. In his first attempt, he thought he had been successful, so he made a clone of himself, thus falling into his own creation to be shattered across time and space. Alright, if you watch any Deltarune content for more than 5 minutes, you will definitely hear the name Gaster at least once. Gaster is a mechanical genius rocket scientist who's doing what he thinks is the right thing at the right time, which means he's being judgmental of his classmates even at a time when they are trying to hide their own weaknesses and imperfections. You can even see Gaster talking about the cycle of falling to try and fix himself up after people find out. That's why it's so fascinating that the Deltarune post is basically just one message that explains that Gaster found his way out of the dangerous depths of Gaster. What are the odds that Gaster will suddenly make a reappearance in Journey to the Cyber World? I'll keep an eye out for it. Follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. Read my Forbes blog here. Want to learn more about Deltarune? Deltarune is the next installment in the Fire Emblem series. Alright, Gaster from Deltarune is not who you think he is. In fact, he's queer for you. Due to writing in a sort of gothic fairy tale genre, people have created a backstory of a pitting man who who knows that he could be loved, but due to events he can't control, keeps himself emotionally distant from others. Gaster is gay, of course, but not in a gay way. He's afraid of being trapped and was one of the biggest celebrity gay icons in the 1990s, and his sexual orientation remains one of the biggest mysteries that fans ask themselves. Alright, Gaster has never been seen before in Deltarune. This leads the fandom to believe that Alphys was able to gain his powers by putting a sticky ball in the gate. This idea is mostly backed by the sign that is used as a door. The sign reads, "Put a sticky ball in the gate." Do you have any other guesses as to how Alphys gained the powers of the witch? Share them in the comments. Want to read more stories? Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Alright, mysterious is a good description for Gaster in Deltarune. He really is mysteriously sticky, to the point where he even wears gloves. I love these gloves and I wish I could have grabbed one for myself. With regards to the overall story, I felt as though some of the events and what happened was a bit improbable. Gaster's need for sex, and even on a few occasions his desire to cure death, seems kinda crazy to me. When the witch came into the dungeon with a loaded jar of sticky balls, I could kind of see Gaster listening and not resisting at first, but then as he read more of the writing on the jar, he stopped listening and started trying to figure out why the witch was so secretive and suspicious. I guess I'm suspicious, and suspicious is my middle name. Alright, my boy Gaster is my favorite Deltarune and Undertale character. People say he has holes in his hands, and to that I say, who doesn't have holes in their hands? Yeah, Gaster has holes all over. Because holes let in light, and through light into darkness, and through that darkness into life. Gaster himself has been fighting long enough, and he's sure that life will be better after he is dead. But here's the thing, that's an opinion. And the people who say your character has holes in his hands is not the voice of the listeners, the only voice. But what if I take it one step further? What if that's all you need to do to make someone have holes in their hands? Just tell them that my character has much cooler hands than your character who doesn't have hands. I feel like if I really loved Gaster, I wouldn't give a damn about holes. If he had holes, I wouldn't give a damn either. But let's be honest, that would be nice. And that's what I'm saying. This is an opinion. The choice is up to you. And just like my opinion is that you should join my new membership with a bunch of new perks and watch this Gaster video on the screen along with the Hearts and Minds campaign, and maybe then you will agree with me. http://deafbeyondfacts.com/a man who really became deaf November 22nd, 2008. Special thanks to Patrick Lehigh and Floyd Elliott. There we go. That's the video.